Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How you doing? How's your day so far? My name is Barke Faraj Kamus, and I am here today to talk to you about accusations. How does it affect marriages? How does it affect oneself? How does it affect families? Accusation, it's something that is big and it's happening everywhere in the world. Now, this is something that if you've never if you've never been accused, but you accused somebody else, that is in itself, it's such a big thing and it's such a wrong thing. This is why in Islam that I love about is that understanding of what are you accusing and do you have witnesses, because we have to learn through the histories of our prophets, and we have to learn through what exactly happened to them and what we can do, or the way we live our life for better. Because when you say ashhadu la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, that means you're claiming that Allah is your God, but also Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is your prophet. Now you have to follow what the examples of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but then you create your own rules and regulations in your own marriage or in your own family, in your own life, but then you don't really follow the example of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, me, I am here to remind you, but also I am here to remind myself, and I am here to help one another, because this is happening. It's happening a lot, and it's so sad that I see this happening. I've experienced it myself. I've just, as a coach myself, listening to people, what they're going through. It's heartbreaking. And this is why I am here. And I want to say welcome to my YouTube channel to listen to this, because it might save you, but also it might also make you feel, but also make you understand if you've been accused, or you before you accuse somebody. So it's something that is needed. Now, for example, when a man or when a husband accused his wife of having an affair without any evidence, that is a big sin. It's big sin. If you feel that your wife is having an affair, and if you seen it yourself, and today we've got phones, today we've got a way that you can make it that person, if you really want to go, because end of the day Islam is to support us and it is to protect us. Now, when wife of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Aisha, was accused of having an affair and it wasn't real, and Allah sent down the ayahs of how and what it's needed to make sure that this is not happening to other people. Now, you yourself, okay, you accused your wife. Deep down, you know that is not authentic. Deep down, you know that this woman, you have a doubt that this woman might not. Don't do it. I swear to God, it breaks marriages, a lot of marriages. If you have trust issues yourself, please seek help. Please go and ask for guidance, because sometimes a lot of people, they either growing up seeing their parents do that, seeing his dad doing that to the mother, or seeing the mother having an affair, or the father's having an affair, And that broke the child's trust. And this is why now the child, when they are in their own relationship, they're thinking that their spouse is having an affair. Because of what? It's embedded inside of their brain that every woman is a liar, or every man is a liar. Every man's a cheat, or every woman is a cheat. But it's because the trauma that happened when they were in childhood, it hasn't gone through. He hasn't gone through, she hasn't gone through that to understand and let go and forgive the parent if he needs to forgive, or let go of the baggage because it's not yours to hold. This is very important, guys. Okay? Now, if you saw, or if you've seen your wife is having an affair, and you know she's having an affair, or your husband is having an affair, you have to call 4 witnesses, 4 men witnesses, or 1 man equal to 2 women. That is written down in the Quran. After you do that, they have to pledge to Allah that this is authentic. And then, right there and then, the marriage is over. There's no need to go to process of talaq because it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, today we accuse one another. Sometimes in family, your sister, your mother, or your friend family, I mean like cousins and very close family people, telling you, accusing your wife for having an affair, or for because they've seen the wife talking to another man without knowing what they're talking about. That assumption break the marriage. How are we going to answer to God tomorrow when we are in Akhirah? How are we going to answer them? How are we going to answer our own accusations, our own what we've saw that we didn't even understand what we saw, what we see, what we make stories out of it. How are we going to tell God, hey, I made a big mistake? You have to do it today while you're still alive. I've seen mothers breaking marriages because they're accusing, your wife stole my necklace, or your wife is a thief, or your wife is this, or your husband, I saw him and he wasn't. Or the wife is telling the husband, because they can see on the phone, they can see a human body, but they don't know if it's a man or woman. And then they say, you're cheating on me, you're cheating on me. Hey, subhanallah. We have to really stop accusing each other. We have to understand what is the root cause of all of this. What exactly is happening to our marriages? What exactly is happening in our family? I was married at 16, okay? You can read my book if you want to, for my story to empower you, to inspire you. And you can take steps with that within the book. Every chapter, there's tasks and challenges for you to work on yourself. Now, at 16 years old, when I got married, I didn't love my husband. This is the honest truth. But I had no choice because it was arranged marriage. Now, but what I'm saying here is that, but it's because of, it's Allah who wrote down my marriage. Now, I took it because, listen, I was like, I surrendered to Allah. And I said to Allah, if you wrote this down for me to get married, then I will get married. Now, when it happened and I got married, the wedding was big and beautiful. Okay, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna enjoy this moment because I don't know if it will happen again in my lifetime. So I enjoyed it. I took it. And I promised myself. I promised myself I will be truthful. I will be honest. I will work hard for my marriage. I will do what is needed for a wife to do. I will do it. Now, when my husband married me, I had an expectation. He had his own expectation. But the thing is, there was no communication of those expectations to be talked about. There was no communication in a way that we have an agreement for what we want from each other, or what we would love each other to do. And this is why I love to do these talks, because I love marriage. I love it. Marriage is something beautiful. Now, I love people when they work together. And this is why I became a coach. This is why I became the person I am today, to share with every one of you that you can work on your marriage. I worked on my marriage. Trust me, I put on 150%. Okay, that means 100, and I put 50 more percent, 50% to make it even harder, because I believe in marriage. Because I love being in marriage. I love the way it's unity. Because you're putting two families together and they're becoming one. It's the most beautiful thing. But then Iblis will always be Iblis. And Iblis doesn't like marriages. Iblis wants to break marriages. But it's also up to us. God created us with intellect. God created us with choices. He didn't force us to, from the moment we wake up, from the moment we have given birth to the time we die, to be a slave. We have to submit to Allah. We have to surrender to Allah. We have to do for ourselves. We have a choice. So it's the same thing when Iblis telling you all these things in your head and sharing it to you and saying to you, do this or do that, or giving you doubts and making you feel like you're not good enough or you're not worthy. I sat down on the floor. My husband was on the sofa, and he said to me, if it wasn't for the children, you won't be here. I was heartbroken. And at that time, I answered him inside my heart. And I said, even if it wasn't for the children, I would work hard. Because I believe in marriage. There must be a reason for us to be together. And only Allah knows that. But he didn't believe it, that he was worthy enough to be my husband. So he started doubting himself. And he's telling me that you'll never be with me. I am with you. Open your eyes. This is why it's so important to say Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, Ya Rabbi, I'm thankful to you for giving me the best husband or the best wife or the mother of my children or the father of my children, doing this for me, doing that for me. We have to be grateful. The thing about, I love about this, the thing I love about self-development, really everything is in the book, but self-development in my journey, it woke me up my Islam. Self-development is Islam. I swear to God, for all the people who are not Muslims, if they look at the self-development and they're into self-development so badly, and then they look at what is Islam, oh my God, it combines like one. It made me go to Allah to open my hands and to say, Ya Allah, thank you for reminding me to be a good woman. Thank you for giving me this beautiful home. Thank you for having me this amazing gift of life. Thank you for making me a woman. Thank you for not knowing everything or understanding things that you understand, that you planned, that you didn't give it to me or you gave it to me. I am so thankful, Alhamdulillah. So please, my dear sisters and brothers out there, for the sake of Allah, let's not accuse one another. Let's not telling each other things that's so painful that you cannot even tell yourself. People hurt the people who love them most. Why does it have to be like that? It doesn't have to be like that, guys. Show some love. I swear to God, it's priceless. It's cheap. It's nothing. It doesn't compare to £1,000,000 that you're gonna give someone, or you're gonna get and put it in your hand and use it in 5 seconds. It's not gonna fulfill you. And the person who's happy because they're so grateful, they're so happy that they are able to live this life in a better version, but better in themselves and others. I am so happy and grateful to be here today. I am so happy, and I am so grateful. Thank you, Allah, for giving me the strength to talk to every one of you. Thank you. I would like you, if you have anything to say or message, you can message below. You can also subscribe on my channel or share it, this video. Yeah, Rabbi, I am so grateful to have this life and the next. Thank you, everybody. I wish you the best day. Take care. Bye-bye.